Welcome once again to another new episode of Kofi and Volter, where we're going to start talking about a race, the Eldar. The truth is, the Eldar have always been the most mysterious race in Warhammer 40,000. They have a very interesting, very deep mythology. It's always been based on cryptic things. I remember looking and reading those texts that come in the codices, and your imagination just starts to flow. What is it referring to? Tyranids? Is it referring to Necrons? What are the theories, the myths that surround all those cryptic texts? And here on Kofi and Volter, we're going to launch a section where we'll start talking a bit more about the Xenos. And we're going to start with the Eldar. And we're going to begin with a Phoenix Lord, who is one of the most mysterious Karandras. So let's get to it. Let's start with a brief introduction about Karandras. Karandras, known as the Shadow Hunter, is the Phoenix Lord of the Eldar craft world, of the Eldar Path Warriors, of the Striking Scorpions. The legend of Karandras, the Shadow Hunter, tells of one of the most mysterious Phoenix Lords. No one knows where he originally came from or where his shrine was located. But perhaps it was on one of those small craft worlds that survived the fall of the Eldar, although it was destroyed shortly after. Alright, let's expand a bit on the story of the Path and connect it a little with Karandras. Asurmen was the first Phoenix Lord of the Asuryani. Before the fall of the Eldar, Asurmen was the Eldar who guided the craft worlds away from their ancient homeworlds. From their now lost interstellar empire, the Eldar. It was he who founded the first of the Path's shrines, the Shrine of Asur, on the desolate moon of the same name, located in a region of the Webway where his people initially settled. Asurmen discovered that he could not abandon the path of the warrior to follow another Asuryani path, as he wished to use his skills to protect what remained of his species after the birth of the god. Of the chaos god Slanesh, she who thirsts. From the Shrine of Asur emerged the first warriors of the path, and the path of the warrior was opened for the first time to all Asuryani. Those Asuryani who wished to follow this new path learned at the feet of their master, and in turn assumed the mantle of Exarch before dispersing throughout the craft worlds of the galaxy. The first Exarchs, the Asuryani, the children of Asurmen, were his best students and became the Phoenix Lords of the other aspect shrines, the first masters of the other specialized combat disciplines of the Eldar of the craft worlds. The mythical cycles of the Eldar recount the legends of Karandras, the Shadow Hunter, the mysterious Phoenix Lord of the Path of the Striking Scorpion. No one knows his origins or where he came from, for he was neither the oldest nor the most skilled of the Striking Scorpion Exarchs when he rose to become the new master of that path. It is said that this singular honor belongs to his predecessor, Ahra, the father of Scorpions, the most sinister of all the Phoenix Lords. Ahra was seduced by darkness and betrayed Asurmen and the other Asuria, the first Phoenix Lords, by bringing demons into the first sanctuary to unleash war against his companions. Those loyal to Asurmen were defeated and scattered among the stars, but Ahra eventually fled into the Webway, becoming the fallen Phoenix Lord who burns with darkness, the dark light of chaos. It is unknown whether he is still alive, but many Asuryani suspect that, after walking the path of damnation, Ahra took refuge in the dark city of Komorach, where he became the first Drukhari Incubus hierarch, and founded the first Incubus sanctuary. Many Asuryani believe that Ahra survived to the present day and became Drajar, the Master of Blades, for whom Gomis Miniatures has a painting guide available on our Patreon. The Master of Blades, the greatest champion of the Incubi. It is also believed that Karandras was an exarch of the Striking Scorpions and Ahra's greatest student, who took control of the Aspect Shrine after the corruption of their original Phoenix Lord. Karandras taught the Striking Scorpions the patience and discipline needed, so they would not follow in the footsteps of their founder and surrender their immortal souls to Slanesh, she who thirsts, when their bloodlust and murderous desires took over. Karandras was last seen dueling Drakthar for 17 solar days. Thank you. In the year 928 of the 41st millennium. Amid the shattered ruins of the ancient Eldar world of Sandros, outnumbered and unable to defeat his former master in combat, Karandras skillfully provoked his predecessor into a blind frenzy of murder during the grueling 17-day battle. At a critical moment, the Shadow Hunter melted into the darkness and vanished completely, leaving his enemy to massacre his own Incubus disciples in a homicidal frenzy. Now let's take a look at Karandras' war gear. What does he carry? What panoply does he wear? Well, of course, being a Phoenix Lord, Karandras wears Phoenix armor. The legendary Phoenix Lords of the Aspect Warriors wear ancient and priceless variants of Aspect armor, so finely crafted that they are virtually impenetrable, while the helmet contains spirit stones with the souls of all the Exarchs who have ever worn the armor and served as Phoenix Lords of their aspect since the time of the first shrine on Asur. He also has a Mandiblasters known as the Scorpion's Sting. Karandras possesses the most powerful sting of any striking scorpion, for the mandibles of his Aspect Warriors are just a brief prick compared to the fearsome attack of this Phoenix Lord. He also wields a Scorpion Chainsword, the foremost among the ritual weapons used by the striking Scorpion aspect. These distinctive chainswords greatly increase the strength of those who wield them. And another very specific feature that Karandras has is the Scorpion's Claw, designed to visually resemble the powerful pincer of a real scorpion. This weapon is essentially the Eldar version of a power fist. It is enveloped in an energy field that allows the bearer to tear through even the thickest armor. The Scorpion's Claw incorporates a shuriken catapult on the forearm for ranged combat, providing the Phoenix Lord with moderate firepower while wielding his deadly chainsword in the other hand, without diminishing his prowess in close combat. And finally, the classic plasma grenades used by the Asuriani or the Eldar. And the Drukhari, the Eldar in general, use plasma grenades in a similar way to how the forces of the Imperium employ rudimentary fragmentation grenades. They use a small amount of explosive plasma to blind the enemy and prevent them from using the terrain to defend themselves against advancing enemy forces.